Alright, for the elevator scene. So first off, if you're wondering where I got this door over here, I got it at the reflection scene from Unreal that you can see on the screen right here. I strongly suggest you go check it out. You can create a project out of this, and most of the assets in there can be used inside your project for Unreal Engine. Of course, if there's the logo of Epic Game of Unreal Engine, then no, but the rest you can grab them there and just export them to your scene or migrate them, and you can check this episode if you don't know how to do so. So to continue on, now that you have the door, or you can make a basic static mesh, that does it. Let's build our elevator. So I already know my measures, and if you've never done this, I strongly suggest you go check the episode on it first, or else just follow me. Grab a box out and go 300 for the X, 300 for the Y. For the Z axis, I want to create that little style that we have over here. So what I'm going to do is I think it's 125. And then from here, I'm going to grab the top and go to extrude, put it to 225. And then I want it to get to 300. So I just need 275 to get up there. And there you go. Now you have your elevator over here. Now let's add our material quick. Let's go out here. I'm going to have my material. So I'm going to speed up the video for this part. Alright, to continue, we're going to put a door. So we're going to go grab another BSP brush, geometry, and we're going to bring it here. So now I already know the measures for my door, like always, but now I want to make a floor. So my floor over here, the first part is 125. So I'm going to put it to, keep 25 for the floor, so let's put it to 100. Measures for the indoor, let's put 45. Let's go 35. 35 should do. And for the X, let's do 120. That's how large the character is. Now I know you know the character is not going to fit through this. But here's where it's pretty nice with the BSP brush. You can actually extrude also the these mesh, the subtractive mesh. You can extrude them. So what I mean by this is you can align yourself pretty good with the mesh, and then I go back into my extrude methods, and now you can see I can grab the top face and extrude it. I know it's 25, and I know my measures at the end is 100, and it should be 220. So that's, I think it's 95 or, yeah, 95 more to get to 220. And now there you go. I got my door for the mesh. And you can see inside, it's already done. So if I wanted to continue that line over here, I could. And it's fairly in line. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's actually not bad. And I can continue putting the material in. Now to press on, I can just make another BSP brush and put it inside, but it doesn't have to go inside right away. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So I know that it's 100 to begin with. Now I want to fit it inside, so let's put it to 250 by 250, and then from here just move it inside. And then make it subtractive, and now let's align it. We should be able to see, and you're going to see the door is going to fit in too. And now you can just align it with the floor, just like that. It's hard to see because of the material, but here, let's put this, it's going to be easier. This is pretty good. Let's put that here. Alright, and now we do the same thing. We just go inside, grab the top, and we're going to do extrude. Now make sure it's in line with this, which it is, 25. And then in our case, let's do, since I knew it was 300 before, so let's do like 275. No, that's exactly what it was. No, let's do 250. And go. And now you're inside your elevator. And there you have it, super easy. You can add the material. Let's speed up the video. Alright, I'm happy with this. So now all you have to do over here is you select everything. So first off, make sure it's in line. You can do it the way you want. I think this is pretty cool. And now just by selecting the three of them, you're going to go and create a mesh. Select where you want to put it. I put it in season 3 and call it elevator. For me it's going to be elevator dash 2 since I already created the first one. Oh, before we do so, sorry, forgot to say something. The thing also with BSP that's pretty nice is that the faces you don't need, you can actually delete them. If I know the character is only going to see the front, the top, and he's not going to see the side or the back, what's the point of keeping it? So I'm going to go ahead and grab the face and I can just delete it. Delete, delete. It's going to save. It saves memory for the for the scene, and also it's easier to work within when you see inside your elevator. So I go like this, and now there you go. And now my elevator seems like it's full, but it's not. And then when I get inside, it's full. So let's grab everything, like I said before. Grab this, and that, and let's create our elevator. All right, call it elevator dash 2, and you got your mesh. Now before we continue, we're going to need to give it collision, like always. And guy over here, elevator 2, I go inside, and now I need to give it collision. Now you guys should know how to do this. Again, I'm going to do the first box and then speed up the video. So we do the first box, got it here. So remember you gotta cover everything. So that's about 8 collision we're going to need over here. So here's the first one. I align it with the wall. And let's continue. From here I can alt drag new copies and speed up. And there you have it. Doesn't have to be super precise. If you know you're not going to jump on the elevator in your scenes. If you think you're going to be jumping over it, then yeah, you got to be more precise. But that's about it. I got a floor, got the size, and save. So now to build our program. It's actually a fairly easy program. So what we're going to do is inside the blueprint tab, I already made a program over here. Let's delete it. So right click, blueprint class, actor, elevator, dash 2. Open it, and let's bring it here. So what you're going to need over here, you're going to have the static mesh for the elevator body. Then you're going to have a static mesh for the door. And then you're going to have a static mesh for the light body. That's up to you guys. Make sure that it's all within the elevator body and make sure they're all, well, movable. Then you can add a point light. So it's going to be our light for the elevator. Just no name for it. That's good. Make sure it's here. And last but least, we're going to need a sound. So for elevator arriving sound. Compile, save, and they're all together. Now to set them up. So here we're going to need the elevator body, which we already did. It's right here, elevator body. We're going to put it here. Oop. Then we're going to have the door, which is this over here. So I can just scale it. And what's nice over here is that you just have to do it once. And when it's done, that's it. You got your elevator scene ready to be copied everywhere. Let's bring that here. And it's going to work in any scene you put it. Just have to make sure that it follows the right direction and everything. Let's go like this and like that. There we go. So the door's there. And now the light. I think I had one in season 2 that I liked it. It's going to be this one over here for the light. And just like that. Let's go again and scale it. this and just drag it to the top. And there you have it. You can bring the light. Where's the light? Let's bring it up. Again, these are all super simple settings that I'm doing just to make it as fast as possible. Put the roughness to 0, put it to 0.8, 2500 for the light strength, and maybe 500 for the attenuation, and that looks pretty nice. And there you have it. If you want also, you can just grab the material over here, and instead of having it like that, you can put maybe a white. There we go. It's gonna look better. Now, alright, so we got our elevator scene. So now what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be moving the door. So inside the event graph, having the door selected, we don't need any of these. We're going to make two custom event. Add custom event. We're going to call this one open door, and custom event close door. There we go. Now grabbing the door, control drag it out, and then from here we're going to play sound at location, and the location is going to be get relative location. So the relative location is where the door is at now. So wherever you're moving the door, it's going to remember that. So that here, and then from here we're going to move component to, because we're going to be opening the door. So in our case, you can go ahead and check inside the viewport. If I grab the door, I'm on the x-axis, and you can see over here the location. If I move it to the side, it's about 120 for it to be fully open. And it's plus, is it plus or minus? Oh, it's minus. So it's minus to open it. So remember that. Because you can take this over here, you're going to do a minus vector. And on the x-axis, 130. Because you're minusing this. Then you bring it here, over 1 second, and you're done. That's all you have to do. Copy this over here, and from here, instead of a minus, we can just do an addition by 130, and then it's going to close the door. Now for the sounds, I have two sounds I'm going to link in the description below, where you guys can go get it for free. So the sound for when the door opens, which I have over here, and season 3 elevator door opening, is this one over here, which I'm going to just drag it here. And for when the door closes, right over here. Super simple. Now that we're done, all that we need is the sound for when the elevator is arriving, which I'm going to give you also. So from here, set sound, and make a variable out of it. Custom elevator arriving sound. Alright, and now we're going to be able to edit it, or for you guys, if you guys want to edit it, just click on this and make it editable. Right. There you go. Now it's inside its own category, and you're ready to press on. Now you have your program ready. Now all you have to do is make another matinee sequence with your elevator inside. So you don't need this over here. Let's go ahead and grab the new made elevator scene over here. Drag it inside, and now the best way to do it is to actually align them together first. So I have this over here, align it with my scene. That's about right. Maybe too much. There we go. Doesn't have to be precise again. The details is up to you guys after how you want your scene to look. I'm here to be an instrument to your imagination and to show you guys how I made it. So now we have this. We know this is how high the elevator goes when it's here. So we just drag it down and make a new matinee. Make sure you're on the right level, like always. Create a matinee sequence, add matinee. Whoa, what is he doing? did I just do that? Oh, I did. Okay. From here, having the elevator open, elevator in my hand, I'm going to add an empty group, call it elevator movement, move, whatever how it's called. Add movement. I want this track to be, we're going to put it a little bigger, and I'm going to show you why after. Put it to 6, and bring the sequence all the way to 6, no, a little bit more than 6, about 6.5, like that. And what's going to happen is I want the scene to be 5 seconds for this. So I'm going to go at 5, put a mark, and from there we're going to bring our elevator all the way up. And you want to make sure it's in line with the floor that I did, like that. Okay, and what we're going to do over here, since there's a door here, let's open this one, the one that's outside. So let's grab empty group, let's call it outside door, and then from here add another movement, and this one we're going to drag it to the end, so you don't want your character to be able to fall down or jump on the elevator. So you're going to do over here and add another clip over here and just open the door. So when the elevator gets up, the door is going to open at the same time as the other door is going to open. And there you have it. The matinee sequence is ready. Let's close it and let's find it. Is that the one? I am not sure. It's matinee sequence 2. Let's go to matinee. Let's call this elevator scene and then drag it to the side. So now having it selected, like always, we're going to go back inside our level blueprint and just from here. So okay, so the lift comes down. The lift, I put it to 5 seconds if you remember. If you don't remember, go back to the video, see how much you put it at. So you need to wait till the lift comes down. So we're going to put a delay. I know it's 5 seconds for me, so let's put it to 5. 5 seconds. Then we're going to grab our reference to the elevator. We're going to call it, so play. So now the elevator is going to come up. Now I have a sound that I customize with the elevator arriving so that it sounds real. Also, this one is going to be given to you guys also because I'm such a generous person. But it goes 3.8 seconds. After that, the sound is done. So what I'm going to need here is another delay, just so that it looks real, of 1.2 seconds. And then the sound is right over here that I have in the sound elevator, arriving sound. So I need to set it over here. And there's one thing that we forgot to do, that I forgot to do. Inside the elevator, to make it real for the sound, we need to set the attenuation, because right now the attenuation is a 2D sound, so you're going to hear it like you're next to it, which is not good. You're going to override this, and you see the sphere is already too big. So if you don't remember this, go check my episode on the subject. But if you do, let's continue. So we're going to put the radius to 200, and we're going to put this to 1200. Now it's fairly good. My player should hear it arriving. And let's go back over here. So now we're going to grab the elevator that we have here, select it, inside of a blueprint, make a reference, and get sound elevator arriving sound, and play. Make sure that you set it first, like I did, and now it should play exactly here. So now there's 3.8 seconds left before my elevator to get all the way up, so I'm going to add another delay. Copy paste this one if you need to, and do 3.8, and we're almost done, guys. Keep it up. It's a big program, I know that, but that's what it is when you make big scenes. You're gonna have a little bit more work, but you just have to do it once. And then, okay, so the elevator gets there, and now what's left is you can drag from here an RER, reroute, note, not that, RER, add a reroute node, and just open door. Here you go. So let's see if this works. So make sure that the sound is set. So I set the sound over here. And then let's see if it works. Jump inside the scene. The lift goes down. And then the elevator comes to pick you up. And you're ready to go. So now that's it for this part. Next part is going to be we're going to add the sound and add the elevator goes away scene with the fade out.